Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Tweedy back in another video, and today I'm going to be talking about what Kameo you should be using to learn the game. Now, I'm sure if you've watched a lot of clips online of like top players and like pro players, streamers, stuff like that, a lot of them are using Sareena, and you might say, like, I've even seen some people be like, oh, is Sareena the only Kameo in the game? Stuff like that. And I don't know if she's like the best Kameo in the game, but the reason people are using her so much, and the reason you should use her as well to get into the game if you're like new and trying to understand the Kameo system, is not only is she part of that like half of the Kameo roster that's automatically unlocked when you load up the game for the first time, but she's also very simple. So like a lot of cameos, whenever you want to like combo with them or something, you might have to do like a tricky conversion, stuff like that. But the way you combo Sareena with her back Kameo attack, she throws like those two knives, right? And then they come back. And you could just use that to add raw damage off of anything. So, for example, like, I've got my, like, jab string with Geras. I've got his 4-2-4. I've got his mid string, stuff like that. You could just throw those on top. Like, boom, whatever. And then you have enough hit advantage to go into whatever combo you want. And then those knives, they don't really scale. You know what I mean? So, like, for example, I'll show you a combo right here with Geras. So, this is a combo I like to do. That does 42%, right? Now, with Sareena knives, let's see what it does. Does 49%. I actually could have got more if I threw her out of the corner to get the buff the Geras gets for throwing him out of the corner. But yeah, 7% extra, even without that, it would have been like 10 with that. So it just adds raw damage. You don't have to look for like tricky conversions with Sareena. Just instead of confirming into whatever you would normally confirm into with your character. So for example, like with Scorpion, it's like Spear, right? With Sub-Zero, it's Ice Puddle. You could just do Sareena's thing to add like 10% raw damage, or like 7 to 10% raw damage on top of whatever you want to do. And also you can just, these projectiles, as you can see at the bottom of my screen, and I recommend everyone do this, by the way, go to practice settings and set your frame data to both. And then hit remember settings at the top there. And you can see at the frame data at the bottom, they're 26 frames, which are really fast for a projectile. So you could just be playing neutral, and you could just throw them out, and then dash in and convert, you know what I mean? And depending on what character you're using, you could convert from even farther. Like Natara has like her like dash to combos. You could convert from full screen with those. And then also another thing that makes Sareena really good for like getting into the game is she has her down cameo, which is a like up kick she does, and it's used as a wake up attack. It like has like a armor on wake up, I think, but you can stuff it, stuff like that. But a big reason that I feel like it's good for like beginners to get into the game is like, so say like you're Geras, right? And you do like back 1-2 on block, you do like 4-2 4-2-4 1-2, whatever. All those strings are safe, all those strings are hit confirmable in the combos, but it's their turn for sure afterwards, you know what I'm saying? But if you throw in like a Sareena down cameo, all of a sudden, is it their turn? You know what I mean? You're like you're -3 from this range. You could mash, you know what I mean? You could mash from there. So you could throw that in as like a, you know, like a mind game, whatever. Like right there, I'm -1 because of the pushback. So Sareena gives you like easy raw damage you can add on top of your character, and she gives you like little mind games on block. Also, her forward cameo is a faster projectile, and it's single hitting. So if you got people like blocking like this up close, like the back cameo, and it's like the forward, 2 forward and then 2 back, they'll duck after the they'll duck and then poke you after like the first 2, or even like combo you or like hit you in the fatal, whatever, use their cameo. But if you just do the forward one on block, they're gonna be waiting for the next one, you know what I mean? So then you get away scot-free. You get away scot-free. You can just do like your whatever your thing is, you see it's blocked, and then boom, forward cameo. Now you're out of there, you know what I mean? It's not their turn. So Sareena can stop it from being their turn. She can add raw damage to what you're doing. And then also, she has her like neutral cameo is this puddle, which is an ambush, which means you can throw it out whenever. Like for example, I'll do a string with Geras, and you see I can still throw it out. Whereas like if I do another move, I have to actually stop, and Geras does that little pose where he's like pondering, where he's like pondering existence. So yeah, she has this Kameo like puddle that drains her meter. Now, I wouldn't say this is like a big reason she's like being picked right now and like is a good choice, stuff like that, for beginners. But if you want to like get into setups and stuff, it's not a bad option. Like one way that I've been using it is, so I don't know if okay, I gotta change my settings to actually show y'all. So let me go to super meter normal or default. So whenever they're sitting in it, it takes about 1 bar. So with Geras, the way his like grab is, and you can use ambush cameos whenever you're grabbing, I'll do like his grab, and then I'll put the puddle on him. And look how much super mirror they're using, and they can't do anything about that. They can't do anything about that. Because they're in it while they're on the ground, while they're in the throw animation. And like, for example, right here, where Lee May's got 1 bar, you might be like, oh, Lee May's got 1 bar, she could wake up on me after I grab her. But if you use this move, she can't wake up anymore with armor. She can't wake up anymore. Because obviously you need a bar to use an armored move. So you could also use that move to like kind of get used to setups and come up with some shit. Again, though, it's not a reason people are picking her, I feel like. I feel like people are picking her because of this. And because of this, you know what I mean? It gives you good stuff. It gives you raw damage on top of your combos. You don't have to figure out a tricky conversion. You can do this shit on block to like keep your turn. Either the forward projectile or the up kick. You could use this on wake up. You could use this in neutral. So yeah, y'all, that is why like Sareena's being picked so much right now. Is she's so like easy to play. And also another thing too is like character synergy. So whenever you're like looking at cameos, you want to look at how they synergize with your character, right? But Sareena, it doesn't matter, because with Sareena, like for example, Geras has like so many launchers. Like he has like this. He has like this. He has this. So he doesn't really need Kameo help when it comes to combos. But because her like knives, they're like unscaled, like raw damage to start a combo, like it helps him, even though he's a character where like Kameo combo extensions don't really help him. Like it doesn't even matter. Like you just add raw damage on top of whatever you're doing. So she fits with like any character in the game, because what she offers any character could use, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you're getting into the game and you're kind of intimidated by cameos, or you're like, you want to focus on learning whoever your main is, and you don't want to worry about learning them plus the cameo, I would just go Sareena. She's a great choice. And yeah, y'all, I think I might stick with her a little bit myself, just because Geras, I find him a little complicated. So while I'm like kind of like coming into my own with Geras and getting my conversions, my combos and all that on point, and my setups, I could just use simple ass Sareena, you know, brain dead Sareena. And I don't really have to think about cameos and all that stuff. I don't really have to think about it too much. So yeah, y'all, let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know if you've tried out Sareena, what you think about her. Let me know if there's another character that you feel like is beginner friendly and helped you get into the game. And that's going to be it for the video. Appreciate y'all. Later.